Hey everyone, and welcome back to this class, Deep Reinforcement Learning, Deep Learning in Python, Part 7. In this lecture, we're going to modify our RBF network code to work for CartPole instead of Mountain Car. This lecture is all about what those modifications are. The first modification we're going to make is we're going to build our own SGD regressor. This is going to give you some practice with building a gradient descent model, in case you don't remember. In order to make sure it has the same API as scikit-learn's SGD regressor, we need to implement a partial fit function and a predict function. Note that doing this means we won't be using the optimistic initial values method, because the predictions will be determined by the weight. The next modification is important. Recall that in the Mountain Car code, we sampled from the observation space to get exemplars for our RBF kernels. This is okay for Mountain Car because the max and min values for each state variable are small. For CartPole, this is not the case. Recall that the velocities can approach infinity. Unfortunately, the OpenAI Gym sample function just samples uniformly from the state space, which is not representative of the states you would find yourself in a real episode. That means these samples would make poor exemplars. Instead, what we need to do is guess what the plausible ranges are. Or if you wanted to get really fancy, you could play a few thousand episodes and sample from those values. Because this state space is different, you'll also want different scales for your RBF kernels too. I'd encourage you to test them out for yourself before you look at any of my code.